Okay, so you've got your management team. They're ready. They're working hard in the CRM throughout the day. They're doing all the things they need to do at the beginning of the day. They're doing all the things in the CRM they need to do throughout the day. Now we're getting close to closing time. We're about, let's say we're about an hour and a half from closing time. Now there's some specific things that we need to do in our CRM, through our CRM, with our team to make sure that we truly are leading an appointment culture. The first thing we need to do, and this is about an hour and a half before you close, is you need to look at potential past due activities. And you need to address these with time to spare. See, so many managers in car dealerships today, they'll look at their team floundering and they'll go, that guy's not going to make it. That's not how we lead people. How we lead people is we see that guy floundering and we throw him a line. We say, hey, we're here to help you. So it's 90 minutes before we close. Joe has 2 calls he hasn't made. How about we call Joe over to the sales desk and we say, Joe, just a quick reminder, you've got 2 calls you still haven't made today. You know our rules. If you don't make those calls today, tomorrow, you don't catch any ups. So why don't you go ahead and make those calls now? See, we want to address potential past due activities with time to spare. Our goal is not to catch someone with past due activities. Our goal is to eliminate past due activities, and we can do that by helping our team. Finally, I want to look at today's appointments, right? So I've got the past due activities worried about. Now I want to make sure that all of today's appointments have some status. Everything up until now has had some status attached to it. Now you say, well, Steve, it's an hour and a half before we close. Don't we have more appointments today? My answer is I hope not. Because how long does it take you to sell a car? If your team can truly sell a car in an hour, beginning to end, F&I, and do a good job and get a perfect CSI score for that, then great. Then you go ahead and set appointments. But if you close at 9 o'clock and someone wants to schedule an appointment with you, your team needs to be very clear to say something like, well, we're open till 9, but my last appointment for tonight is 7:45. See, that's an hour and 15 minutes. If your team can do that and do the car deal beginning to end in an hour and 15 minutes, then go ahead and schedule that appointment for 7:45. For me, I'm probably not going to schedule any appointments after 7:15 because most of the car deals are going to take, even with the perfect appointment, are going to take about 90 minutes to go to beginning to end. So I shouldn't have any appointments left for today, but so about an hour and a half before I close, I'm going to start looking at all of today's appointments. Have they all been closed, right? Are names still open? Obviously, the ones that would still be open are the ones who are on the lot, but even that, they should be out of the appointment log and only in the showroom and the desk log. And so I want to attach statuses to all of the appointments from today. And that means calling the salespeople over to the desk and saying, hey, where's Barbara Jones? You show she's supposed to be here at 6:15. It's 7:45. She's not here yet. Where is she? And getting statuses on those. Now I want to look at tomorrow's appointments. I want to look at the first 90 minutes of the day and make sure that I've confirmed all of those appointments. See, even if I'm not the guy opening tomorrow, I want to make sure those appointments get confirmed because I don't want to leave him hanging, having to confirm a bunch of appointments, especially what if he gets in at 8:30, we open at 9, and there's a 9:15 appointment. When is he going to confirm that appointment? At 8:45, 8:50, 9 o'clock? You know, there are things that he's got to do in the morning to get ready before he has a chance to look in the CRM tool. So I'm going to look ahead to tomorrow. I'm going to look at those first 90 minutes of appointments. I'm going to make sure they've all been confirmed, and where it makes sense, I'm going to get those vehicles prepped, at least do as much as I can, right? Because my lot porter is probably doing very little right now. Now, I hope you've kept your lot porter this late or whoever's going to clean vehicles, because when we live in an appointment culture, that job is almost 24/7. They are certainly there the entire time that we're open. Then I want to look at my desk log, and I want to make sure it's accurate. Does my CRM log equal my paper log? Now, listen, if you don't have a paper log, great. But I'm not against having a paper log today, as long as it supports the CRM log, right? The electronic log. If your paper log is where you live, then you're in trouble because that data needs to be in the CRM. And the CRM needs to be king. It needs to be the Bible, if you will, for your dealership. So does your paper log equal your CRM log and vice versa? Does your CRM log equal the DMS, the dealer management system? What do I mean by that? I mean, if in your DMS you show you sold 7 vehicles today, but your CRM shows you only sold 2, then you've got a problem. Your CRM needs to be as accurate as your DMS. In fact, probably more so, because it's going to have more notes, it's going to have more things that happen throughout the day. And so if your DMS is showing that you sold a vehicle, that same vehicle should be sold in the CRM. And finally, are there any open visits, right? As we start to get close to closing time, say we close at 9, and now it's 8:30. Are there any open visits still in my showroom log, right? Remember, I need to be able to look at my showroom log. It says there are 5 people on the showroom floor. There should be 5 people out there. If it says there are 5 in the showroom floor, and I look out and my team's doing nothing, they're sitting around drinking coffee, having a cigarette, whatever, then I've got a problem. I've got to make sure that I close any open visits now because I don't want to show someone in my CRM for 14, 18 hours because that skews all of my numbers. It makes it harder for me to manage through data. And so those are the things that you do, that you make sure your managers do in the CRM at closing time. Remember, it starts about 90 minutes before you close, and you want to have all these done so that you make life easy for the manager who opens tomorrow.